Here's a video that I should have done around summer. Here's a deck profile for Problem Solver 68 from Blue Archive. Now I know what you're thinking, but Lunchbox, don't we already have a new set out? The answer is yes. But here's the thing, that is out in Japanese and not in English Weiss Schwarz yet. It recently just got announced for English. So just a heads up, this is version 1 of the deck. The new set of Blue Archive has support for 2 different decks for Problem Solver 68. There is support for this deck, which is the standby one, and a new door build. We're going to be updating this deck with those cards when we get them, and we're going to be working on a door build, which arguably is better. As for now, this is what we're working with. So without further ado, here is an 8 standby Problem Solver 68 deck. We're going to start off with the level 0 cards, and here is New Year Kayoko. She's on play from hand. You could ditch a card, reveal the top card of your deck, and you can salvage a character equal to the level of the card revealed. Super simple, we just run it as a 1-of tech. Tendo Aris, the Maid flavor, is a Climax swapper from the deck. She is on play from hand, pay 1, search a Climax, and swipe a Climax from your hand. This is what we have to work with in set 1, not a traditional Climax swapper. Cherino states that on play from hand, you could top check your deck, either keep it there or toss it in your waiting room. And when this card is sent from the stage to the waiting room, you could ditch a card, top check 4, add a level 1 or higher card to your hand. You could snag whatever you need, which is good because we do run quite a bit of level 1 cards. This is also great in this deck because it increases that deck speed, and because it is standby, you are loading up your waiting room and ditching anything that you don't need from your hand. And super important card right here. Mina states that on play from hand, you could level swap, which you do need because there are a decent amount of cards that are experience. And she is a drop searcher as well. I know you are milling the hell out of your deck, so a drop salvage would be more beneficial. You are running it because of the level swap, but the drop search is also a nice added effect. Here is Minori, who states that on play from hand, you can search your deck for Kivoto's characters and send it to the waiting room. So on play, you foolish burial. If you're a filthy Yu-Gi-Oh player. Super solid in standby, you load up your deck with cards that you need to standby out. Speaking of standby cards, here is your supporter, Mutsuki, New Year Edition. On play from hand, you give 1k power to a character, and when you play a Climax, you can bounce this card back into your hand. Top check 2 cards from your deck, rearrange them in any order, and you give a character 1k power for the turn. It isn't anything like super crazy, but you know what you are going to trigger for 2 attacks, and that can help you with your attack orders. Plus free power pump, pretty solid. Here is your Brainstormer Himari, pay 1, top self, salvaging Brainstorm and experience. Rest this card, 3 or more. Power pump 2k for the turn. Now this is pretty solid. You're going to be using your Brainstormer every turn, and standby could use the power every now and then. The final card is Yuka from the trial deck. On play from hand, you can stock a card from your hand, and on attack, pay 1, twin drive. When we get to the level 3, you will find out why this card is like a little more important, but twin drive, force out your standby triggers. Super solid card, and there is a new updated twin drive card in the new set that's not stuck in the trial deck. Here is Fuka, who actually has the same first effect as this card right here. And experience 2 or more. On attack, give a character 1k power. Here is your level 0 standby target. 2 or more characters, she gains 2k power, and she has a character discard encore. Really standard. And here is our level 1 combo Shigure, and that is in the loosest of terms. This card cannot side attack, and on attack, top deck clock. Top check 4 cards, add a character. The Climax is a standby and is standby when triggered, which is this one right here. Now I know what you're thinking, wait a minute, Lunchbox, this isn't adding up. And to answer your question, yes, we are running empty standby. You can run the Cherino, but like, it's not that great. The top check 4 is super solid, and what is a little damage anyway. Also, do not make fun of me because of the inconsistent rarities. I am very sensitive. Now to the level 2s, which we do have because we are running standby, but super quick. Bunny Girl Asuna, 3k backup and memory counter. And now for your level 1 standby targets. Here is Mutsuki. She has experience. During your turn, this card gains 6k power, so she'll be at 13k during your turn. And at the beginning of your Encore step, if you do not have another rested character, you can pay 1, rest this card. Super solid card, but I know I only have 1. I was debating on the ratios because of this card right here. Megu, she gains 1k power for each of your other characters and has character discard encore. So with a full board, that is 4k power, making her 10k. This one is more of an assassin. This one is more as a defensive card. I do like both of them. Play around with the ratios if you are planning on building this deck. Maybe you could go like that, maybe you could go like that, I don't know, however you want, but I like this way right now. Here is an absolute banger of a card. Here is Haruka New Year. She gives 1 key 5 power forward and act. Rest this card. Search your deck for a climax. Choose one Problem Solver 68 in your waiting room, swap them, and then you shuffle. And then you give a character 1k power for the turn. So you swap the Hot Spring for the Problem Solver. If you're more of a visual learner, this card, take it out of your deck and swap it with this one. I'll explain why in a bit. Now, why would I do that? You say to your phone. And remember, your phone is transmitting everything to me. Aru states 2 or more characters, this gains 2k power, and climax combo. When this card is placed on stage by the effect of Problem Solver 68, you could pay 1, ditch 1, stand this card. This effect can be activated when you trigger the climax. I see the gears turning in your head. Also, the camera on your phone sends me live footage too. And the climax right here, Problem Solver 68, it is, as you've guessed, standby. Now, when you are at level 2, you want to trigger the Aru with your standbys. Now, you can play the standby outright. Just play it on board. Call the Aru from your waiting room, pay 1, ditch 1, and restand the Aru. Now, you use the Haruka to load up your deck with any climax that is in your waiting room. And if you really needed the help, toss her on board and use her twin drive to increase the chances of you triggering out the Problem Solver 68 climax. There has been a couple of times where we triggered the climax twice in a battle phase, granting me 5 strikes. Because again, you could pay 1, ditch 1 when you trigger a climax. So if you swing, trigger, you can call, pay 1, ditch 1, restand her, swing again, and let's say that you triggered another one, you could call another one from your waiting room, pay 1, ditch 1, restand. It is pretty nuts. Now let's get to some other level 3s. Here's Neru Bunny Edition. She states experience, 6 or more. During your turn, this card gains 3k power and once per turn. During the turn that this card is placed on stage from your hand, and at the end of this card's attack, you can put the bottom 3 cards of your opponent's deck into the waiting room. If there's no climaxes, stand this card. Now that occasionally happens, not all the time. I am definitely swapping this out in the new set. And here is the one that we actually do run. Here is Hina Swimsuit. She is a 2 or less climax early play, which is fine because the deck speed on this deck is chef's kiss. On play, heal, and experience 4 or more. This card gains 1k 5 power, and when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you could pay 1, ditch 1, burn 1. That is live during either player's turn, so if they crash into you, you could pay 1, ditch 1, burn him. And there we have it, a Problem Solver 68 deck that may or may not be good. If you have this deck, let me know in the forums below what your experience with it is. Do you like it? Do you love it? There's no hate for the Problem Solvers. Like I mentioned, we are going to update this when we get the standby support cards from the animation set. Thank you all to my channel members scrolling up over here. It is with their support that we're actually able to save up for the newer cards and also purchase cards that we needed for this deck. Very excited for the animation set coming in English. I was gonna double dip, but not anymore. If you want to see this deck in action, we did just upload a gameplay video with friend of the channel, Handtrap TCG. It is up on my channel over here, and they are also going to have a video of this deck in action against another one of their decks over on their channel, so subscribe to them if you haven't yet. Thank you all again. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.